his mid-range game is he's making that. That's money. Low post game, money. 3-point range. He shoots too many threes, but he has a 3-point shot. So his offensive arsenal is ridiculous. So Carmelo's my number 3.
Well, for me, same thing. Carmelo. I think that Carmelo underachieved throughout his career. I think that he was always a great all-star. But I always thought that, if he wanted to be, I think he could have been better than LeBron. Easily, because he has the fundamentals.
Right.
Everything basketball, the size, the footwork, the jump shot, the post-up moves, the dribble, the rebounds, the strength inside. Like, if he wanted to, he can be dominant more than anybody. He can play. You can't take him outside. You can't stick him outside. You can't stick him inside. He get a rebound. You can't stop his jump shot. That's automatic. His pump fake is automatic. Him going by you. So, like, when he's just, like, lackadaisical for some reason, I just don't know what it is. He just might not have that killer instinct, to reach that next level. So, that's why I have him at 3.
And he got the mind.
Yep, he got the basketball IQ for it.
So it's like, what's the
there's no excuse.
No excuse. It's no excuse.
Yeah, I guess for all those reasons is why I had him, 4, even though I'm not even sure I believe that sometimes. But I had him 4 and I had Bosh 3 only because I like Bosh's team game. I like that he can, like you said earlier, he can do it all in the sense of he can go in and go outside. Obviously, you saw what he could do with Toronto. Basically, you look at, I don't remember exactly how far he got. He got into the playoffs, didn't he? Bosh?
Yeah.
You look at what Bosh did in Toronto. Carmelo can't get past second round. I have to think if Bosh had a team of his own, he would be, no worse than what, as far as it is a team sport at the end of the day.
He love him now.
So he would get to the second round. Depending, I think Bosh understands the team concept better than Melo. I think Melo can just get his. And then,
exactly.
it's just,
all about me.
I'll get mine. And, if management or ownership gets me a couple other stars on my team or a couple other players that I like or whatever that are good, like maybe we'll win, maybe we won't, but I'm gonna get mine regardless, and I'll get my money, and that's that. So I kind of. Looked at him as definitely, obviously not a leader, but obviously an amazing. I'm going back to Carmelo, obviously an amazing basketball player, but. So for that reason, I went Bosh 3 because I think Bosh is more of a team player, I guess, and because Bosh developed, he could shoot that. All of a sudden, he could shoot a 3 and still go in and bang a little bit. So he's not like, he's not a bruiser in the paint, but he's still big and he's big enough to get it done down low too. So I like that versatility.
All right, I'm gonna throw a flip card in here. More, who had the biggest bust on lack of potential? Carmelo Anthony or Allen Iverson?
Carmelo Anthony.
Overall,
Carmelo.
I
Definitely.
think Iverson was. I think he maximized so much. He had first ballot Hall of Famer.
I agree.
I think Iverson, he just slowed down quickly because I think he just didn't work on taking care of his body and focusing. But I think that while he was playing, Melo never reached his status.
That's huge, man. That's huge. That's a travesty in its own self.
What, Melo?
Yeah.
I agree. I was talking about.
But people don't consider him that, though. They don't consider him. They consider him like a bona fide all-star every year. They don't ever consider him a travesty for some reason.
Well, that's the sad state of the NBA right now. I think the NBA is getting soft. It's like these guys are getting once they get those max contracts, they get that status. Listen, Melo obviously is an amazing basketball player, but he just. I look at Melo and I look at, just because we're obviously on the 03 draft. Look at Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade. He has the heart of a champion. Dwayne Wade is he is a warrior
with less talent than Carmelo, if we all agree.
And I think Melo just doesn't. So anyway, I think it's a prime example. Like you said, like Melo and Wade have equal talent, if
not greater.
So
I think Melo has better body.
So that but
like, all right, number 2, we're gonna slide in number 2. For me, that's it's D Wade, man, and I feel like this is a good number for him, because I feel like talent-wise, Carmelo is more talented than Dwayne Wade, even though Dwayne Wade is a two-way player. And about 2 years ago, I would put Dwayne Wade number one, but his health issues have obviously kind of just like affected his gameplay, So at this point, we all know the Dwayne Wade of like 04, 05. It's not coming back. You know what I mean?
Did you watch last night though?
Well, that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be in spurts.
I know, but did you see it?
No, I didn't see the Thunder in the Heat game.
Dude, he took over last night.
Yeah, I mean he can still do that, but he's my number two. Wade is my number two.
All right, my number two is LeBron. I got Bron at number two.
Oh, snaps.
Is he really?
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's number two. This is two because he went to Miami.
Oh, it's about to go down.
He went to Miami. He went to Wade team, and Wade already had a chip. And Wade told him on the beach, he said, "This is your team now. I'm gonna give it to you." So just off of that, I'm saying I'm putting Wade above him because Wade already had a ring. He already had that monkey off his back a while ago. I think it was 2003, 2004 when he got his ring. And to me, it was too many times that LeBron pulled that Boston, what he did in Boston, what he did against Dirk in them in the finals, what he did against the Spurs that first year. People forgot that he did well, but in clutch moments, it was like, yo, I can't put you there yet because I saw him shy away sometimes. And that's not saying he's not great and he's not those up there with the greats, but Dwayne Wade basically helped him get his ring because he came to Dwayne Wade's team and Dwayne Wade already had a ring. So Bron is great, but he's number two on my list.
Well, I give you props for
stirring the pot.
Stirring the pot and doing that.
That butt coming, but
yeah, I mean, I'm not a LeBron, whatever. I don't wave LeBron flags everywhere I go or anything like that. But I do think he probably is, better than D Wade and career wise. So I did go D Wade too. And I
mean, 2 years ago I would have went D Wade.
I absolutely love D Wade. I mean, I think D Wade is. I mean, to me, he is. I mean, he's what's good about the NBA to me. I mean, when he goes, and obviously Kobe's going, and then when D Wade goes, I mean, NBA to me is gonna be hurting. So
professional ambassadors.
I look at D Wade as just an all around just stud, and he does it all, and he leaves it all on the floor, and I think that's what sports is all about, just being a warrior and being a champion, just laying on the line and obviously you gotta have skill and talent, but I think it's really about that heart and desire. And D Wade always has shown me that, in addition to his skill, and he's just the man. So I went, but I give him a little shorter to LeBron because though LeBron came to his team, like you said, Wade was. I mean, yeah, it's you had to be willing to step aside, but I think we all knew Wade wasn't, capable of. If mano a mano, I mean, I don't know. Wade maybe been a little more clutch at the end, and obviously had the experience of winning a championship, and LeBron hadn't yet. But clearly, it was LeBron's team. It was LeBron's time. LeBron had, the ball in his hands. He was a better ball handler, better passer. But I mean, it's close. I think LeBron obviously has work to do, but it's close, man. LeBron and D Wade is a close battle, but I did go D Wade, so I can't even really. It's hard to really explain. I'd like to see LeBron's career, because LeBron's still in the good mix. So I got to see how LeBron finishes up these next couple of years. But I would say right now I'll just put D Wade, I guess a hair behind LeBron. So
yeah, so we'll roll to number one, and only player left on the table is LeBron. So that's obviously where I'm gonna go, and LeBron is my number one. I mean, what can I say? I mean, LeBron is, he's everywhere. He's, in social media. We hear about him every single day on ESPN. But I'll go back to the beginning. And with the immense pressure that he had as a high school recruit, I remember going to college. I was in college in 2003. Me and LeBron the same age. So I was at Shippensburg University in a dorm. And actually, LeBron was actually playing high school basketball. So we were the same age, but I was a year older. Like as far as I was young for my grade. So I was watching his game on ESPN, and he was going against Sebastian Telfair. Y'all remember him? And Jay-Z was at that game.
Oh, he was a bust.
Yeah, Sebastian. Well, he was a huge bust. And I just remember, man, I was like, man, I'm in this dorm in Shippensburg, and this dude is like on ESPN playing high school ball. Jay-Z at his game. Like, dang, like that's so much pressure. And that was nothing in comparison to what he would face like 5, 10, 15 years later. So I'm not even gonna talk about the basketball stuff. I'll just talk about how I appreciate LeBron's professionalism. He's a gentleman. He's an ambassador. I really respect just his acumen. You know what I mean? Businessman. He's a positive dude, man. And I respect that. So I'll just focus on that stuff because the stats are obvious. You know what I mean? So that's LeBron is my number one.
So first, obviously, my number one is D Wade. I think D Wade is you can honestly say that he's probably the third best shooting guard, probably in history. Ain't too many people better than him, stat wise. You know, I think he won his championship, like I said. And Shaq was in his prime, but Shaq was kind of leaving his prime around that time. And I think that when it spoke a lot when LeBron and Chris Bosh left to go play with him. I think that just showed a lot about who he was and knowing that you're going to win, with him and Pat Riley and everything. So, but I always think D Wade was very consistent. And people just talk about him because, he had bad knees sometimes. But I think barring his knee stuff, when he would flash, it was like, dang, Kobe, he on your top. You better be coming for you. I think the knees slowed him down, but there was a while like that dude, he gunning for Kobe, but he never got the chance to really go at him. But
right, he apologized for the 08 thing, for the 09 finals or whatever.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, he said he didn't hold up his end of the bargain to meet Kobe in the finals. Because that's the year the Lakers went to the finals and then the Cavs didn't go, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that.
I remember that. He said because they were doing them commercials.
Yeah.
Brian,
to
go with Kobe.
It was prime position. Yeah, you up top.
Yeah, no, I just
you got LeBron.
I think I like what Brandon was saying about the ambassador, businessman with LeBron, but obviously I'm really just speaking. If we're going to go strictly basketball, which is what I want to do, keep it on the court. I just think LeBron's dominance is just dominant. I think he's kind of like the Wilt. We didn't see Wilt. I think he's like the Wilt of our generation, and it's a team sport. So, and I was kind of saying that earlier about how I kind of had Bosh over Melo in a team sports sense. So but LeBron, even though he hasn't won, or maybe didn't win without Wade or whatever, yet he knows. He plays a team game. He is like. Whatever Magic was, he's Magic and then some. He can pass with the best of them. He really has no weaknesses. The weakness is his jumper, but obviously that's gotten a lot better. And he's just a man amongst boys out there to me. So he's a freak of nature, and I just think he's one of a kind, so I had to go LeBron over Wade. So we'll see. I'm still interested to see how he finishes his career. It looks like the Warriors are unstoppable, and Cleveland.
I think he only may get maybe one chip, if that.
That's what I mean. So that's why I think he's more like the Wilt, where Wilt just put up 100 points and 50 points, 25 rebounds, but lose the Celtics every year because Celtics were stacked.
Yeah.
But I just look at LeBron as a player. He's just the stuff he can do on the court is amazing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I had to give him an advantage over Wade, but. Wade's heart and just his determination and just his passion and obviously his skill too is still right there. So it is close. So I give Armand credit for going out on a limb and picking Wade. So it's close.
I think that every year that it passes for Cleveland, it's going to be harder. I think this year is going to be harder than it was last year. Even though they had the injuries and all that stuff, I just still think. You just you never know what can happen during the course of 82-game season and the playoffs. So when you're there, you got to seize on that. Like, yo, I got to win this. I think